Hey people, good evening. It's the 12th of November and it's another day at the markets today. So, what do we have? It's actually quite interesting actually. I think today I can't really categorize or classify where I'm going to branch today in, but and you're going to see why. I've got there's always something happening in the market regardless of how things are, but so, I mean, let's just have a look and I will just share my screen and you shall see where I'm coming from. But first and foremost, let's see where we are. So, pardon me. Hope everyone has had a good day, whether you're trading or not. The most important thing is, of course, to enjoy yourselves, enjoy life. Um, there's no duplicate. But okay, first and foremost, this has been a great one for me. This right here, and it's been a key point to talk about. And as you can see, which I talk about all the time or the past few weeks, we kind of made a big deal of this, came back down here, and right here we are here. So looking at that pattern. But anyway, what can I say today? Today it wasn't a major big deal. Um, of course, markets, the I think should I say the core markets was not exactly great, and I mean we could all see from our portfolios today. That's the cues, not big deal. Actually, if you look at Bitcoin as well, actually Bitcoin all year. I think also, I mean, I saw a headline, and which is true. I think the markets are still, the crypto market is still spooked, sorry, by whatever happened in October, that gap down, and the market is still spooked. So yes, does it look like we're going anywhere? I don't think so. And as a result of that, we do have some crypto stocks which are not exactly looking great. I mean, if you remember in October, we had a huge $300 billion sell-off. Can't exactly remember the date. It's just about a month ago now. And you can see Cleans Park, of course, still can't shake it off. It's just, collapsed. If I'm going to use it red, Cleans Park is down 6% today. Some few crypto stocks which I look at as well. I think another one is BTBT. If we just look at that BTBT. Yeah, so that was another downer. I mean, obviously the mother of all crypto stocks, Mr. Coinbase as well. I think there was something about Coinbase today releasing a savings account in the UK. Um, yeah, that I've just gone beyond Coinbase right there. And then of course MSTR, which is the mid-star strategy, and you can see right there. So it's quite interesting actually. Whatever crypto you're looking at, BMA now as well, they all just kind of correlate, and yeah, none of them was doing very well at all today. But anyway, so that's that one. Also, I think just as the heading of this video says, I said a whale cashed out, and of course we heard about SoftBank. They sold out their entire Nvidia stake. So if you look at Nvidia, I didn't look at Nvidia today, probably because I wasn't playing it, and of course that probably spooked the market a little bit as well. Are we at the top yet? I don't know. This is some of the signs we look out for. So we can see Nvidia, it's down, what was down about 3%. Also, and this, it correlates into other ones. Now I'm looking at Palantir, sorry, Palantir for a good reason. Why am I looking at Palantir? Look, we all knew, Michael Burry had he had a shot, a $1 billion shot on Nvidia. I think it's about 70-30 split, 70% on Palantir, 30% on Nvidia. I think Nvidia, so Palantir was able to just shake them all out yesterday. Bears all went to the cave. Likewise, Nvidia. And of course, so the first whale sold out on their AI, mother of all AI, Nvidia. And of course, again, we had Michael Berry, which is now, this is actually interesting. Just going to share the news headline, really. Yeah, I mean, it's not about the news itself, but what he said. And what he said was, let's just leave it right there. Today, Berry accuses tech giants of inflating profits by stretching asset lifespans. So, it sounded a new alarm, and it was targeting new tech accounting practices, big tech accounting practices. He said understanding depreciation by extending the useful life of assets, artificially boosting earnings, one of the more common frauds of the modern era. And he wrote on, this is something he put on X. Also, Berry said, if you remember last week, he put a short on them, and now he said he will be creating a live event on the 25th of November, So did you just say investing is boring? There you go. So in his X post, more detail was coming on the 25th November, and it says readers should stay tuned. So we'll see how it goes. Today is the 12th. We do have a few days before then. I think Berry is still a market mover. I mean, it's done something amazing in the market. So we'll see how that goes. Also, Oracle. I was talking about Oracle, talking about this today, a few days ago, actually, a few weeks. Been talking about this for a while now. Oracle, we thought was still valuable around 300, but it hits 345, and since then, we should we say we've closed over 100 points. A few things people were talking about. I think people, which is Berry again, he stated that Oracle and Meta will overestimated earnings by 27% and 21% respectively by 2028. And yeah, he shared a few charts. So if you're interested, you could actually find Michael Berry on Twitter. And I think yes, number one, I believe some of these stocks are long way overstretched, but at the same time, whatever he sees, some call it a manipulation. I don't know, but overall, if it doesn't play by your technical, by the rules or the fundamentals don't align, then of course you move away. While I think Oracle is a magnificent stock, but at the same time, when it gets crowded right now, we move, we leave. We don't deal with these kind of things. That's another one there. Also, CoreWeave. CoreWeave was the play of the day today. That was just a huge poo-poo. Markets just, it got battered. We could see a 16%. I mean, I've been calling for below $100 on this one for a while in the group. And, we saw something right there today. Also, this was a daily play. I just saw something right here, eToro, and I think this was magnificent again as well. In the day today, eToro went. It was. I mean, at some point, you could look at the huge candle. We had a huge candle right here. It was a good 9.3% at some point before the whole retracement today, but it did actually settle right at the top. Also, one of the things we talked about was I think we could see the president talking about a 50-year mortgage. Look, um, God bless you if you haven't got another means to quickly, finalize how you're going to get your finance in order because time just goes by so fast. 50 years. We did a calculation somewhere today and it just wasn't, I mean, it wasn't great. I mean, let's just see if I can bring it up quickly. Two things I'm going to say. If you play this kind of mortgage, there you go, at 6.3%. I mean, we talk about anything money and money related, how we can grow our assets. We don't just talk about trading. This is a 6.34% interest rate. Pardon me. 6.34% interest rate on a $415,000 dollar property. You just need to understand that if you do that, then of course you will have, in terms of interest, your investment probably would double over 11 years. But in terms of interest, 2,260%. That does not make sense. Okay. You need to understand how your finances work. You are working for a reason. Many people do not understand that, but look, got to understand that as well. So that's key. I did actually see a few other reversal as well in the which I'm probably just gonna have to only share in the group. What else? What else? What else? Else did I make in my notes? Yeah, I mean, one thing you need to understand is the market works on a greater fool theory. It's all about be at the right place at the right time. Also, let's just look at today's earnings as well. Um, I believe we do other. I mean, I'm just trying to see what other earnings did we have that did very well. That I was monitoring. I don't think I was particularly monitoring anyone today, to be honest. But yeah, okay. But anyway, I think I'm trying to keep it short. Okay. A few other things. Number one, we're talking about the government shutdown, which is in record now and is actually creeping on, making the headlines. There has been Congress moving closer to ending the government shutdown because investors are getting more hopeful. And one thing I mentioned is if you look at that, then crude oil, we expect crude oil to start reacting to that. Yes, crude oil has been a disaster all year round, but I think yesterday was below 60 and today just climbed up almost, I think even went above 61 today. So we'll see. This is something, we've got to play at. Again, further to my bread and butter, cocoa. Cocoa was a disaster today. Cocoa's been looking to, I mean, it's on a consistent 6 month downtrend. Cocoa has been looking to just break below, but we'll see how it goes. It's something I pay attention to particularly very well. But anyway, overall, the market was a bit slow. The internals was a bit quite choppy, I would say. We do have some, but majority of them were not great. But anyway, tomorrow is another day, and we shall see on the field and see how it plays out tomorrow again. Hopefully, things start getting better. The shutdown might get, well, the government shutdown gets closed out anytime soon. We just don't know. But you've got to keep your ears out, keep your eyes out, and again, focus, monitor, and play your game. But until then, I shall see tomorrow on the field and we'll pick it up from there again. Thanks, guys, and have a good night. Bye bye.